Hi, I'm Jesse.
And I'm Chris.
And this is the Life Advice.
Today we have a really special guest with us, JD. It's a pleasure having you on the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
That's great. We've got a question. Let's go ahead and play it.
Let's do it.
Hi, my name is Karen, and my question is about job interviews. I was just wondering if maybe you guys could give me some tips on things like, what I should wear, questions I should be prepared for, et cetera. Basically, any kind of pointers would be great. Okay, thanks.
That's a pretty common situation.
It is common. It's a great question. Now, I know, JD, you have a lot of experience in this area. When you heard that call, what was your first impression?
Well, what sticks out first to me is the issue of clothing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to run the company, you should probably go find the person that runs the company, follow them for a little bit. And when you come in for your interview, you're dressed exactly like they are.
Well, outside of the clothes, how would you conduct yourself? What kind of things should you be ready to answer? What kind of questions?
I would be firm whenever you can. I would make it clear that you are here. You are
assertive.
Assertive, yeah.
You should be. You should try to be assertive. Not too much, but you should definitely look like within months of being employed there, you would want to be promoted.
Within 6 months, I may have your job.
No, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you want to go in there and make it clear that you know that, as if it was a prophecy or as if you had a dream about it. You want to make it clear.
Utterly convinced, inside and out.
What was the other point that the caller wants to? Any other tips and tricks? Everyone's always looking
Questions
for
ready
a tip and trick
to be asked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people will typically ask you what your weakness is. I have found on every occasion being brutally honest with them is typically the best way to go.
Honesty is always the best, right?
So, for example, if I said, "What's your weakness?" What would a typical answer be?
That I drink too much and I fall in love very quickly.
So no holds barred, if you will.
Oh no, absolutely not. Because you want to present yourself the way that a friend would. A friend is not going to beat around the bush.
It probably endears yourself to the boss. Gets you hired.
Exactly.
I can hang out with this guy. I can certainly work with this guy.
Now, if you're being that assertive and brutally honest, one thing that I maybe a little bit of a different approach is like not speaking at all, trying to be as quiet as possible because silence is golden, and it speaks in volumes about your character. It makes you feel a little more.
Well, it gives you an air of intelligence and power, and that's what you want. If you're hiring an employee, you don't want some guy that's like, you want someone that's here I am, I'm ready to.
Here I am. An intense stare. Yeah. Don't break eye contact.
And I've actually done this in an interview of mine, and it was probably one of the best that I've done. They asked me questions, and what I would do was just nod my head and smile. And this actually went a long way, and they said it was very nice, and they brought me in for a second interview where I also didn't say anything. But at that point, I did not get the job.
Okay.
No.
Well,
it doesn't work every time, but that's something.
I wouldn't do that one twice in a row.
One thing a lot of people talk about when they're going into interviews is do I go for a handshake? Personally, I think hugging is the best option.
Right in.
You just want to get right in there.
Yeah.
There is a polite form called business hug. You don't ask. Because you don't want to make it awkward. You don't want them to wonder what you're doing or what if you're coming to squeeze them or whatever.
So you just get it over. You just go right in.
Right in, and then you let them think about it after the fact.
Okay. Let's just leave it there.
Let's leave it there. You can give us a call, 818-254-9876.
Or you can find us on YouTube if you want to leave a comment. Do a video response this time. We'd like to have you on a future episode of Life Advice.
Absolutely.
And JD, such a pleasure having you on.
Yeah.
The advice and tips you gave us, phenomenal.
I think people are going to love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you guys next time.
Have a good week.